afternoon and welcome to this Sena TV Web English magazine. Every Monday from 2:30 to 3 p.m., we will have an appointment to visit different and wonderful places in the United States, where you will learn more about the life of the most famous and renowned Americans that have made an impact in our world. We will learn more about the U.S. culture, tourism, and history. So join me on this amazing journey through the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be entertained.
Lunes de Bilingüismo.
Show business in America is much more than Hollywood. According to the Time magazine, in the United States, recreation is the main export product after aerospace technology. The show business in America is a big export industry worldwide, and it includes every aspect of entertainment, including cinema, television, radio, theater, and music. Let's watch the following information about the showbiz culture in the United States.
The entertainment industry or showbiz is the name given to all businesses whose main activity is the production of culture. Radio, television, films, music, theater, and dance are all cultural forms of entertainment. But the American motion picture and television production industry is one of the most competitive around the world. According to the Motion Picture Association of America, today, film and television production is a nationwide economic engine that brings new jobs and economic opportunities to Americans across the U.S. The television industry provides daily entertainment to millions of people worldwide. Just to name a few successful American networks, who hasn't watched CBS, ABC, Fox, NBC, MTV, or E! Entertainment Television? One of America's favorite shows has been on air every Saturday since 1975. Saturday Night Live, or SNL, is one of the NBC network's most well-known shows. It's a live American late-night television comedy and variety show, which often parodies American culture and politics. A musical guest also performs in the popular show, which starts with the guest host screaming, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night!" Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles was the first musical video ever played in television in 1981. The ever-popular and controversial music television channel known as MTV was born in New York City. The original purpose of the channel was to play music videos guided by on-air hosts known as VJ or video jockey. MTV is popular among teenagers, and perhaps this has made the network a target for strong critics. Its programming choices have put in doubt its influence over young people. MTV's choice to focus on non-music programming has also been questioned constantly since 1990s. E! Entertainment Television operates a cable TV network which reaches 97 million U.S. homes, not even counting the millions of viewers the show has in other countries all over the world. With a mix of celebrity gossip, entertainment news, and reality-based programming, its schedule includes shows such as The Soup, Chelsea Lately, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and E-News, as well as its true Hollywood story series about the celebrity scandals. They also host E's Live from the Red Carpet for almost every award show in the entertainment industry, where they are well known for interviewing the stars with an impressive level of comfort and familiarity. E! Entertainment, one of the networks owned by NBC Universal and based in Los Angeles, California, has been cataloged as the world's biggest 24-hour network with programming dedicated to the entertainment industry, and its impact has been linked to the obsession many fans have with the celebrities and world of Hollywood. The entertainment industry is so important in the American culture that its critics and consumers have created specialized awards that recognize the hard work of actors, producers, writers, and filmmakers, besides the ones for film, television, and music. The Academy Awards, also known as the Oscars, is probably the most important award ceremony, with 37.63 million of viewers in the world. The TV industry created its own award, the Emmys, which is a television production award. It is considered the television equivalent to the Academy Awards for film and the Grammy Awards for music. The Grammy Awards for the music industry were created in 1959 to honor and recognize the musical accomplishments by performance by the year 1958. Many singers, musicians, and producers have been nominated and have received the beautiful gramophone trophy. The United States show business industry has provided the best actors and actresses, directors, producers, musicians, and writers, fulfilling the entertainment needs of people around the world.
Continuing with the entertainment industry topic, we could not avoid speaking of one of the greatest icons in pop music worldwide, Michael Jackson. Let's see how he became the king of pop.
Daddy has been the best father you could ever imagine.
On June 25, 2009, millions of people around the world stood in shock in front of their television screens, computers, and radios. News of the death of Michael Joseph Jackson, the king of pop, in Los Angeles, California, had spread. Born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, Michael Jackson was an American recording artist, entertainer, and businessman recognized as the most successful entertainer of all times by Guinness World Records. His contribution to music, dance, and fashion made him a global figure for over 4 decades. He debuted on the professional music scene along with his brothers as a member of the Jackson 5, then the Jacksons in 1964, and finally began his solo career in 1971. In the early 1980s, Jackson became a figure in popular music. The music videos from his songs, including Beat It, Billie Jean, and Thriller, made him famous in every corner of the world. Through concerts and music videos, Jackson popularized a number of dance routines such as the robot and the moonwalk. His distinctive musical sound and vocal style have influenced numerous hip-hop, pop, contemporary R&B, and rock artists. Michael Jackson is one of the few artists to have been selected into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice and was also welcomed into the Dance Hall of Fame as the first and currently only dancer from the world of pop and rock and roll. Jackson won hundreds of awards, including multiple Guinness World Records, 13 Grammy Awards, as well as the Grammy Legend Award and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, 26 American Music Awards, more than anyone else, including the Artist of the Century, 13 #1 singles in the United States in his solo career, and the estimated sale of over 750 million records worldwide, which have made him the most awarded recording artist in the history of popular music. Aspects of the Jackson's personal life, including his changing appearance, personal relationships, and behavior, have generated controversy. In 1993 and 2005, he was accused of child abuse, but the cases were settled out of court and no formal charges were brought.
These will be my final show performances in London.
In 2009, Jackson announced his comeback tour as the biggest in music history, but while preparing for his concert series This Is It, Jackson, known as the immortal king of pop, died after suffering from a cardiac arrest at age of 50 due to a severe propofol intoxication. The Los Angeles County Court declared his death as a homicide. His personal physician, who was with him at the moment, is guilty to charges of involuntary murder. His death triggered global manifestations of grief and sadness. As many as 1 billion people around the world watched his public memorial service on live television. The news of this icon's death resulted in an unfortunate situation where up to 12 of his fans committed suicide. Michael Jackson leaves behind a legacy of music and dance that would last forever in the heart of his fans. The entire world will never forget the King of Pop.
We'll be right back after this short break with the answer to the trivia and a very interesting chat with Blake, a North American that fell in love with Colombia. Don't move.
What is the difference between two and two?
Ya regresamos con TV Web Educativa. ¿Sabías que todos podemos estudiar en el SENA por internet? Es muy fácil, en tan solo 5 pasos. Primero, ingresa a www.senavirtual.edu.co. Segundo, busca en cursos ofertados. Tercero, selecciona el área y curso de tu interés. Cuarto, llena tus datos personales. Quinto, espera la confirmación por correo. Aprovecha, es gratis. Ingresa e inscríbete. Seguimos con TV Web Educativa.
2 is a number. I have 2 cars. 2 means also. I'm eating. 2 is a preposition that indicates transfer or direction. I give the keys to my daughter, or I am going to my office.
We spoke to Blake, a Harvard graduate who fell in love with Colombia and knows our country more than many Colombians. He's spending some months here before he goes back home in January to work in one of the most important consulting firms worldwide, McKinsey & Company in Dallas. He told us some anecdotes and funny experiences he has lived since he arrived to the country he believes is totally wonderful in all aspects. Let's see why he assures that the advertisement phrase fits perfectly for him. He thinks in Colombia the only risk is wanting to stay.
Hola Jean-Freddy, ¿cómo andas?
Bien.
¿Cuándo va a parar esta lluvia?
Bien.
Nunca va a parar. Sí, esta lluvia es pésimo, es peor. Pero, ¿todo está bien? Bueno, nos vemos en un rato. This is how it all gets started. You come here once, you come here twice, and then you find yourself never leaving. Every day that I'm here, I have that feeling more and more that I'm going to have to figure out a way not to leave, even though I'm going to begin work in January. Unfortunately, I've only got a few more months left before I start work. I'm really enjoying this time off. I just graduated from Harvard Business School in May, and I'm taking advantage of this break as much as I can. As I said, this is my 4th time here, but I still remember the very first time I came here. It was quite hysterical because the image of Colombia in the U.S. isn't always necessarily as positive as it has been for me. The image of the U.S. that I expected when I got off the plane is that I should be watching out for kidnappers or some kind of dangerous event to occur, but instead the only thing that greeted me was this gorgeous Colombian girl who I'd met while I was traveling in the Caribbean who invited us out here for the first time to come visit. And I haven't been able to stop visiting since. And the reason that I keep coming back to Colombia, and the thing that I've loved by far the most, is by far the people. The people have been so open, so incredibly nice, so inviting. I still remember the very first trip that I came out here. We, 2 girls had invited a couple of my friends and I to come visit. And the first time we came out here, they invited us to one of their sister's weddings. She was getting married outside Cartagena. And of course, Cartagena was this beautiful city. The wedding was gorgeous. We get there, there's only 50 close friends and family and us, the 3 random gringos. But the wedding could not have been more fun. We had an absolute blast. One of the things that I definitely learned about that night was aguardiente, which I think is one of the most dangerous things that I found in this country. But the other thing that I found that made me really laugh that night was just amazed was how as soon as the music started, there was not a single person who was not dancing. And in the US, it just doesn't happen that way. As a gringo, we just don't have that rhythm. We don't have those Latin hips. Kind of like Shakira, my hips don't lie, but the truth is quite terrible, I promise you. This past weekend, for example, I had my first chance to go out and play some Tejo. We went out into the countryside, and this is a game that I find just completely hysterical and completely different from anything that I've ever played in the United States. The other thing that I'm just very impressed by in Colombia, and I've had the fortunate opportunity, is to travel around this country, just the immense variety of activities and things there are to do, and how open still the people are in every part of this country. I've had the chance to go to places like San Gil and do the rafting adventures and do the torrentismo, the parapiente. It was an absolute blast. And then I've had a chance. Cartagena was beautiful. Medellin, the people could not be nicer. I really enjoy the paisas and how they all say pues before everything. I still haven't figured out how to understand the costeñas. I'm still working on that. That's a version of Spanish that's quite difficult for me at this point, but I feel like I'm getting there more and more. By the way, my name now is, I'm pretty sure, Gringo, because whenever I introduce myself as Blake, sometimes people struggle, and so I just find it a lot easier and a lot more fun to just go by El Gringo. So just started introducing myself as El Gringo. Another one of my favorites was when somebody came up to me. I kept hearing this greeting, "Cómo andas?" And this was something new to me because when I had learned Spanish in school a little bit, I had learned that andas was something that you say when you're saying, "Yo ando en la bicicleta," or "Yo ando en caballo." So I responded, in ¿qué, mi bici or mi caballo? They were quite confused with that response, but we just kind of kept moving, and I did the customary "sí," as if I'd understood everything, but didn't understand it all. And then probably the most ridiculous story of all was when one of my friends came down to visit, and he doesn't speak really any Spanish. He speaks very little. He speaks a lot less than I do, which is saying a whole lot. And he tried to, a waiter came over to us while we were at a restaurant and asked us, said, "¿Quieres algo para tomar?" And my friend wanted to respond, and I saw him looking to respond. And I was like, I'm going to let him try his Spanish out. He seems to understand the question. He might as well get his chance. And instead of responding with something that made a lot of sense, he started to respond, "Somos," and I was confused. Where could this possibly be going? Because this can't be the right answer. And then he goes, "Somos maricones." And I was, what? And the waiter's face at that point was priceless. The waiter's face just was, and he just walked off. So I looked at my buddy. I was like, why did you say somos maricones? And he's like, no, I was saying somos americanos. And I said, that's still not the right answer to the question that we were asked, but that would have been a lot better than what you said. So I thus explained to him right after what he said, and he then, from then on, decided that he was just going to stick to English and no more Spanish for him. I think almost even more comical than learning Spanish has been my effort to learn salsa, because everybody dances it here so well. It's not even fair. I've seen a baby who's 1 year old who can dance it 30 times better than I am. I think you guys start dancing it before you're even born. But I still remember the first time that a girl responded to somebody else's question about how do the gringos dance after she had danced with me one time. And she responded, "Como burros," like donkeys. And I don't think she thought that I understood at first. And then when I started laughing, she realized that I understood perfectly well. And she apologized profusely, but it was completely accurate. And I didn't care at all. It was just a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun trying, and everybody's been so nice in teaching me that I don't care if I'm dancing like a donkey. I'm having a great time doing it. The one thing that I do want to show is my costume from Halloween. And I decided that what could be better than a gringo dressing as Juan Dalés. So yeah, that's about it to the apartment. It's great living here. I'm having a great time living with two great friends. And it keeps striking me that the phrase for the Colombian tourism industry where it says the only risk is wanting to stay, in my case, is absolutely true.
Thank you so much, Blake, for letting us know that living as a gringo in another country with different language and culture is a little bit hard, but not impossible.
What is the difference between your and your?
Stay tuned. We will see the answer to this trivia right after the break. We'll be back in a while with more entertainment. Don't move.
Ya regresamos con TV Web Educativa. Seguimos con TV Web Educativa.
Your means something belongs to you. For example, it is your house. Your is the contraction. Example, you are beautiful.
Hi everyone and welcome to our English tip for today. This lesson is part of the National Learning Service SENA bilingual programs. Today you'll learn the different ways to say hello in English. You've got to know first that there are many expressions that you could use when you greet people. For example, hi Philip. Hey Philip, how are you doing? ¿Qué significa cómo te va? Eso significa estoy bien, gracias. En las mañanas se puede saludar con un good morning. Después del mediodía se saluda con un good afternoon. En la noche se puede decir good evening o good night. La diferencia entre estas dos expresiones está en que good evening es más utilizado entre las 6 y las 10 de la noche o cuando llegan a un sitio en la noche y van a saludar a alguien. Después de 10 de la noche o para despedirse de una persona o antes de irse a dormir, pueden utilizar el good night. It's great to see you significa qué bueno verte. It's a pleasure to meet you significa es un placer conocerte. I'm pleased to meet you o nice to meet you lo utilizan para decir encantado, mucho gusto en conocerte. Nice to see you again es qué bueno verte de nuevo. Stay tuned to TV Web Cena so you can learn more English. Bye everyone. Thank you, Philip. It was a pleasure meeting you. High five.
Lunes de bilingüismo.
The United States currently has many theme parks in each of the 50 states. However, Florida with 93 parks has been characterized as the state with the most popular theme parks, which many people in the world want to visit. But there's one that is breathtaking for all the children, the world's biggest amusement park. Let's go now into the wonderful Walt Disney World's theme parks in Orlando, Florida.
If you come to Florida State, you need to visit, without any doubt, the place where dreams come true for every child in the world, the Disney theme parks. There are 4 theme parks that compose the Walt Disney World Entertainment Kingdom. Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park is the largest animal-themed park in the world. The park leads the way in animal care, education, and research. As a fun fact, at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, to keep 1,000 animals happy takes about 3 tons of food a day. That is a 4.5-year supply for the average person. Can you believe it? Magic Kingdom is the main one of the 4 theme parks in Walt Disney World Resort. It captures the enchantment of fairy tales with exciting entertainment, classic attractions, backstage tours, and beloved Disney characters. 107 acres compose the Magic Kingdom theme park and lead to 6 playful lands. Through these lands, you can see how fantasy becomes reality when you learn how to be a pirate, interact with funny monsters, and conquer mountains. You'll enjoy splendid parades and fireworks. It's here that dreams come true for people of all ages. Here's a fun fact about the Magic Kingdom. Walt Disney wanted to be sure that the business of the park would never intrude on the show. So he had built 1.5 miles of access tunnels beneath Magic Kingdom theme park. The glitz and glamour of the 1930s and 1940s Hollywood are captured by the neon, chrome, Art Deco, and modern architecture of Disney's Hollywood Studios. Disney's Hollywood Studios theme park in Walt Disney World offers behind-the-scenes glimpses of Hollywood style, action with live shows, thrilling attractions, and backstage tour. Here, people can feel like a star or come face-to-face with one. Finally, you will find the Epcot theme park at Walt Disney World Resort, which is divided into a future world and a world showcase. The 150-foot-tall spaceship Earth at the entrance to Epcot weighs 16 million pounds. The future world is full of attractions, entertainment, and shows, which focus on technological advancements, innovations, and wonder. In the future worlds, ideas become reality. At the World Showcase Pavilions area, you will find shops, attractions, and restaurants that represent the culture and cuisine of 11 countries. While walking between pavilions, you will be amused by live performers. Some may even invite you to participate in the show. Here you have some facts that maybe you didn't know about Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World Resort encompasses 30,500 acres, making it the same size as San Francisco. When Disney's Magic Kingdom Park first opened its doors in October 1, 1971, with 10,000 guests, the cost of an adult admission was $3.50. Today, the cost of an entrance ticket is $90.53 US. The estimated annual attendance at Disney's Magic Kingdom Park is 17.2 million, followed by Epcot with 10.9 million. Disney's Hollywood Studios with 9.7 million and Disney Animal Kingdom with 9.5 million. Cinderella's Castle, with 18 towers, is the tallest structure in Disney Magic Kingdom Park at 189 feet, followed by Space Mountain at 183 feet. The world's most famous animated character, Mickey Mouse, created by Walt Disney and UB Iwerks in 1928, has been the most reproduced image in the whole world. Mickey Mouse receives annually more than 46 million people in his home, Walt Disney World, where he makes children's imaginations become reality.
Well, we have reached the end of our English magazine, and we hope that you will continue accompanying us in this journey through the American culture. Next week, the American Dream, and we're going to enjoy the beauty of the four seasons in the States and all the activities you can do during each one of them. We're going to explore also Bill Gates' life and many other activities and trivia where you will learn more about the English language. You can also visit us at www.senavirtual.edu.co, on Facebook, Sena Comunica, and on Twitter, @Sena Comunica. See you next Monday and have a nice week.